Welcome. This is Forrest out in St. Louis. Just sitting here listening to some jazz, trying to get the right groove going for a Friday night. Chill. Be the reason, baby. Yes. Got the Be the Reason shirt on. Got the Be the Reason background going. Be the reason you're open for business. Just wanted to share some quick things with you, especially for the network marketers. Had an absolutely awesome week doing some coaching. Got to hear a lot, and it's funny. I heard a lot of the same things coming up, which was amazing, which is cool because it makes it easier if you just have to say the same thing over and over and over and over, right? So be the reason you're open for business. I'm just going to share a concept and idea with you just a little bit here. Hang around to the end. I've got a really cool bonus for you if you hang around to the end, but you're going to have to take a little bit of action. You're going to have to be the reason to qualify for that bonus. So hope you're hanging out to do that. Make sure you check in. Tell me what part of the country you're chiming in from. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Forrest Knight. I'm a social media marketing strategist. I love helping people succeed online. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators. I'm a coach, and I love helping people succeed online. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and be a legacy creator. And I hope you are too. So check this out. Be the reason you are open for business. And I thought about this last night. What does it mean? What does it mean to have an online social media marketing business? What does it mean to have your little cube, your little social media space in the world? Of course, your influence is limited to how well you do a whole lot of other stuff, right? How many, if you're going to do advertising, if you're going to be on YouTube, if you're going to be a YouTube tuber, a periscoper, a Twitter, a Facebooker, whatever it is, right? And then of course you got all the new stuff coming out, whether you're going to jump on those platforms. So the matter of fact is it's not what platform you're on, it's how you show up. I believe that's truly important if we're going to succeed in what we're doing. So I'm going to throw a couple of tips by you about being the reason to succeed, to be the reason to make an impact, to be the reason to show up. Yeah, it is pretty cool, isn't it? I got to actually get me some kind of neon like sign, a real one that flashes or something I can put on the wall back there. That'd be boss. So be the reason. So when we get into network marketing, and I know what I got into when I first got into network marketing, I saw the idea and I understood the concept of just like anybody. It's just like a Walmart opens up multiple locations. They understand that with multiple franchise positions, they can sell a lot more stuff than just having one store. So the more points of distribution that you have, the more opportunity you have to generate volume, the more opportunity you have to make money. So that's the basic concept of network marketing or network sharing or whatever you want to call the deal today. And of course, there's about 1 billion different ones going around. There's a lot of them there, health and fitness and weight loss, and there's some non-tangible ones out there. There's just a ton of them that are coming. So a whole bunch have gone and a whole bunch have stayed around. There's some really big ones that are like billion-dollar companies that have been around forever. Like Amway, for example, has been around since 1954. It's like the godfather of network marketing. They're not going anywhere. They're literally the largest, I believe, in terms of personal care products. I think they're number 2 in the world, like right behind Procter and Gamble. So they're huge in terms of home care, which is cool. It says a lot for what people want. It's also one of the only. It's one industry as a network marketer that's created more millionaires than any other industry on the planet. Period. It's also the only industry that has a very, very probably the lowest barrier to entry to start a business. It also is the one of the only businesses that has no. It doesn't care what color you are. It doesn't care what nationality you are. It doesn't care where you come from. It doesn't care where you live. Right. It doesn't care what kind of experience you have. Right. You can have no experience. You can have a lot of experience. You get to be a good marketer. You can have a BA, an MA, an OA. You can have a nothing. Right. You can just be a PhD, barely passed high school degree, right? You can have any of that kind of stuff to start a network marketing business, but the primary thing is it doesn't really matter what level you come in, where you come from, what you look like, how fat, tall, short, smart or not smart that you are. there's some basic things that you have to do to be open for business. One of those, and I truly believe, in the old school way, they said you had to have people had to know, like you, and trust you. And I truly believe that for people to know, like you, and trust you, that you have to show up and do a Facebook Live. You have to be on social media. You have to be present. People have to be able to come in and experience your world. Why? Because they're not going to show up your front door. I might be talking to somebody right now that's in Europe that I'm never going to see. I have people on my team right now that I have never met in person. I've met them on Zoom. I can't wait to see them in person so I can give them a big, huge net hug. Oh, I'm sorry, we got to practice social distancing, so I'll give them a 6-foot hug, whatever, right? So I have people on my team that I may never ever meet, right? I may cross paths. I have business partners that some of them I've seen in person, some of them I've never met. I have accountability partners. I have people I coach that I may never actually see in person. And it's all because of the internet, right? It's all because of this really cool tool that we can communicate and we can spread our wings and go out. So the only way that people are going to be able to get to know, like, and trust me is I've got to show up on my social media platform of choice. And sometimes there's multiple platforms of choice. I show up on LinkedIn, show up a little bit on Twitter, not as much, working on the Instagrams and showing up on Facebook. And I want to take away all the excuses for someone not to do business with me, or give them an excuse not to do business with me, right? So either way it is, somebody's going to come on and say that, that guy's a jerk, I don't want to do business with him. Or, hey, man, that guy's pretty cool. He's got a cool wife. He's got a dog. He's got some really cool business partners. He does some really cool training, some things like that. That thing seems like somebody I like to hang out with, right? So that's one of the reasons of being open. You got to open for business. Imagine having an ice cream shop down the street that you want to open. You want to sell ice cream, but you only open on Wednesdays, right? And somebody, I want my chocolate ice cream on Tuesday. Now I'm going to go somewhere else to somebody that's open that's going to provide me my service. So that's part of being open. The second part of being open is you've got to tell people you're open. How do you do that? You can do cold prospecting, you can do warm market prospecting, you can do advertising, you can do billboards, you can pass out business cards, whatever it is. And you've got to do that on a daily basis. Why? Because Walmart does. Because Amazon does. We're getting ready to go into the holiday season. You're going to see commercial after commercial after commercial after commercial after commercial after commercial after commercial about buying stuff for Christmas. And these are like the billion-dollar companies. And the reason they're doing that is they're competing for your eyeballs, right? And if you're not putting your little network marketing business in the middle of the really big guys, you're going to get swamped. Black Friday's coming up here in a couple of weeks. And if you haven't started promoting your products for Black Friday, then you're going to be behind the 8 ball. You really need to be on the phone, you need to be sending out text messages, you need to be letting people know, hey, I'm not sure if you know this, but did you know that I blah, 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 and you let them know that you're in business, right? You definitely got to do that. So you've got to tell people you're in business. Then, of course, you just have to have some really cool tools, like a follow-up tool, something to be in business so that you can follow up with your customers. You've got to have a presentation tool so that you can send a presentation to somebody, because you don't want to spend 30 minutes on the phone 400 times a day trying to do a presentation to somebody, when you can actually put a presentation tool out there. You send people to the tool does all the work, and then you simply do the follow-up, right? Sort of like having a virtual business partner that they can do all the presentations. Imagine back in the Amway days, if all you had to do was just sit on the phone, didn't have to go anywhere, and you could send people over to a hotel room, and the presenter would be there 24/7, 365, doing the circles on the board, doing the circles on the board, doing the circles on the board. And all you had to do is put people in the room. They would sit down, and then he would close them for you. And then all you'd have to do is follow up afterward and say, do you want to get started with package A, B, C, or D, right? So you've got to be open for business. You've got to be the reason. You have to be the reason that your business is a success. You need to be the reason that you make an impact on other people's lives. You need to be the reason that you show up for a training when you don't really want to show up for a training. You need to be a reason why you follow up when you don't really want to follow up. You need to be the reason that you show up and do a Facebook Live, get your ego out of the way, and stop worrying about what everybody else thinks. Imagine how good it's going to feel when you do that Facebook Live and that one person happens to see that, stop the scroll and sees that, and you make an impact, and they send you that message. That just happened in our group. I mean, everybody was crying. It was really, really cool that happened. So be the reason. I love you. Jesus loves you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. If you'd like to be entered to win a really cool book, Time, Money, Freedom, shoot me a private message. I'm going to draw somebody's name out of the hat on Tuesday. Yep, on Tuesday, somebody's going to win that, and that's going to be the contest can go in the next couple of days. So shoot me a private message, says I want to win the book. I will see you on the next video. I'll see you on the next live, or I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out. Bye-bye.